Question 1. What happens if the safety relief valve is leaking air? A. Engine power increases. B. Lights get brighter. C. Pressure may drop and braking may be reduced. D. Tires inflate. Correct answer, C. Pressure may drop and braking may be reduced. Explanation: any air escaping from this high pressure point reduces the efficiency of the entire braking system. Question 2. Why is the safety relief valve important for safety? A. It cools the engine only. B. It increases tire grip directly. C. It helps ensure consistent braking and control. D. It improves music quality. Correct answer, C. It helps ensure consistent braking and control. Explanation: by preventing overpressure, it ensures the air lines and tanks remain structurally sound for reliable operation. Question 3. Which check best relates to the safety relief valve? A. Check oil color. B. Look for leaks and secure mounting. C. Check tread depth. D. Check radio station. Correct answer, B. Look for leaks and secure mounting. Explanation: as part of the air brake system, it must be inspected for physical damage and audible air leakage. Question 4. Which symptom could indicate a problem with the safety relief valve? A. Headlights flicker only. B. Engine misfire only. C. AC blows cold only. D. Air pressure drops or brake response slows. Correct answer, D. Air pressure drops or brake response slows. Explanation: a faulty or stuck open safety valve will cause the primary air gauge to drop below normal operating levels. Question 5. What is the main job of the treadle valve? A. Is part of the steering system. B. Controls the radio volume. C. Meters air to the service brakes when you press the pedal. D. Changes engine oil pressure. Correct answer, C. Meters air to the service brakes when you press the pedal. Explanation: the treadle valve, foot pedal, is a metering device that regulates exactly how much air pressure is sent from the tanks to the brake chambers. Question 6. Which component meters air to the service brakes when you press the pedal? A. Radiator. B. Tire valve stem. C. Treadle valve. D. Steering gearbox. Correct answer, C. Treadle valve. Explanation: driver input at the treadle valve determines the amount of braking force applied to the wheels. Question 7. Which part is designed to meter air to the service brakes when you press the pedal? A. Steering gearbox. B. Radiator. C. Tire valve stem. D. Treadle valve. Correct answer, D. Treadle valve. Explanation: the foot pedal serves as the primary control valve for applying service braking throughout the tractor and trailer. Question 8. If the treadle valve fails, what problem is most likely? A. Lower tire wear. B. Better fuel economy. C. Brighter headlights. D. Reduced braking system performance. Correct answer, D. Reduced braking system performance. Explanation: a malfunctioning foot valve can lead to uneven application, slow release, or a total inability to apply the service brakes. Question 9. Which statement about the treadle valve is true? A. It adds moisture on purpose. B. It is only cosmetic. C. It controls tire pressure. D. Meters air to the service brakes when you press the pedal. Correct answer, D. Meters air to the service brakes when you press the pedal. Explanation: this valve is essential for converting the driver's physical foot pressure into pneumatic braking force. Question 10. During pre-trip, the treadle valve should be checked for what first? A. Oil level. B. Secure mounting and air leaks. C. Coolant color. D. Battery voltage. Correct answer, B. Secure mounting and air leaks. Explanation: the pedal assembly inside the cabine must be inspected for secure attachment and ensure it does not hiss, leak, when applied. Question 11. A driver complaint linked to the treadle valve could be: A. Wiper streaks only. B. Radio static only. C. Engine overheating only. D. Slow brake response or weak braking. Correct answer, D. Slow brake response or weak braking. Explanation: worn internal seals in the treadle valve result in a loss of pressure, causing delayed or ineffective stopping. Question 12. Which item best describes the treadle valve? A. Engine part for cooling. B. Tire part for traction. C. Steering part for turning. D. Treadle valve that meters air to the service brakes. Correct answer, D. Treadle valve that meters air to the service brakes. Explanation: it is the central control valve operated by the driver's foot to manage vehicle speed. Question 13. What happens if the treadle valve is leaking air? A. Tires inflate. B. Pressure may drop and braking may be reduced. C. Lights get brighter. D. Engine power increases. Correct answer, B. Pressure may drop and braking may be reduced. Explanation: leaks at the treadle valve cause pressure loss specifically when the brakes are applied, compromising stopping distance. Question 14. Why is the treadle valve important for safety? A. It increases tire grip directly. B. It cools the engine only. C. It improves music quality. D. It helps ensure consistent braking and control. Correct answer, D. It helps ensure consistent braking and control. Explanation: reliable operation of the foot pedal is mandatory for the driver to maintain precise control over the vehicle's deceleration. Question 15. Which check best relates to the treadle valve? A. Check tread depth. B. Check oil color. C. Look for leaks and secure mounting. D. Check radio station. Correct answer, C. Look for leaks and secure mounting. Explanation: safety inspections must verify that the pedal returns fully when released and does not allow air to escape. Question 16. Which symptom could indicate a problem with the treadle valve? A. Engine misfire only. B. AC blows cold only. C. Air pressure drops or brake response slows. D. Headlights flicker only. Correct answer, C. Air pressure drops or brake response slows. Explanation: air leaking from the foot valve housing or a spongy pedal feel are common indicators of internal seal failure. Question 17. What is the main job of the relay valve? A. Adds moisture to the air on purpose. B. Replaces brake pads automatically. C. Lowers coolant temperature. D. Speeds application and release by supplying air near the chambers. Correct answer, D. Speeds application and release by supplying air near the chambers. Explanation: the relay valve uses a small air signal from the treadle valve to quickly release a large volume of air from a nearby reservoir to the brake chambers. Question 18. Which component speeds application and release by supplying air near the chambers? A. Tire valve stem. B. Relay valve. C. Steering gearbox. D. Radiator. Correct answer, B. Relay valve. Explanation: relay valves are located near the rear axles to reduce the distance air must travel, ensuring faster brake response times. Question 19. Which part is designed to speed application and release by supplying air near the chambers? A. Tire valve stem. B. Relay valve. C. Radiator. D. Steering gearbox. Correct answer, B. Relay valve. Explanation: on long vehicles, relay valves are critical for preventing brake lag by providing air locally rather than through long lines from the cabine. Question 20. If the relay valve fails, what problem is most likely? A. Brighter headlights. B. Slow trailer brake response. C. Better fuel economy. D. Lower tire wear. Correct answer: B. Slow trailer brake response. Explanation: failure of a relay valve will result in a significant delay in the application or release of the trailer brakes. Question 21. Which statement about the relay valve is true? A. It is only cosmetic. B. Speeds application and release by supplying air near the chambers. C. It controls tire pressure. D. It adds moisture on purpose. Correct answer: B. Speeds application and release by supplying air near the chambers. Explanation: relay valves improve safety by drastically reducing the time it takes for air to reach and activate the rear brake chambers. Question 22. During pre-trip, the relay valve should be checked for what first? A. Oil level. B. Battery voltage. C. Secure mounting and air leaks. D. Coolant color. Correct answer: C. Secure mounting and air leaks. Explanation: inspecting relay valves includes checking for secure mounting to the frame and ensuring no audible leaks when brakes are applied. Question 23. A driver complaint linked to the relay valve could be: A. Wiper streaks only. B. Slow brake response or weak braking. C. Engine overheating only. D. Radio static only. Correct answer: B. Slow brake response or weak braking. Explanation: slow trailer brake activation or brakes that drag after release are often caused by a faulty relay valve. Question 24. Which item best describes the relay valve? A. Engine part for cooling. B. Valve that speeds application and release near chambers. C. Steering part for turning. D. Tire part for traction. Correct answer: B. Valve that speeds application and release near chambers. Explanation: it is a control valve that translates a small pilot signal into high-volume airflow for the brakes. Question 25. What happens if the relay valve is leaking air? A. Pressure may drop and braking may be reduced. B. Lights get brighter. C. Tires inflate. D. Engine power increases. Correct answer: A. Pressure may drop and braking may be reduced. Explanation: leaking relay valves cause system pressure drops and can lead to uneven trailer braking. Question 26. Why is the relay valve important for safety? A. It improves music quality. B. It cools the engine only. C. It helps ensure consistent braking and control. D. It increases tire grip directly. Correct answer: C. It helps ensure consistent braking and control. Explanation: consistent and rapid trailer braking is dependent on the relay valve's ability to move air quickly from local tanks. Question 27. Which check best relates to the relay valve? A. Check tread depth. B. Look for leaks and secure mounting. C. Check radio station. D. Check oil color. Correct answer: B. Look for leaks and secure mounting. Explanation: maintenance checks focus on verifying that the relay valve is not physically damaged or losing pressurized air. Question 28. Which symptom could indicate a problem with the relay valve? A. AC blows cold only. B. Engine misfire only. C. Headlights flicker only. D. Air pressure drops or brake response slows. Correct answer: D. Air pressure drops or brake response slows. Explanation: sluggish trailer braking or a slow air pressure buildup during application indicate relay valve wear. Question 29. What is the main job of the quick-release valve? A. Lowers coolant temperature. B. Turns on the headlights. C. Speeds brake release by exhausting air near the chambers. D. Replaces brake pads automatically. Correct answer: C. Speeds brake release by exhausting air near the chambers. Explanation: this valve allows air to exhaust locally at the brake chambers so the brakes release instantly when the driver lets off the pedal. Question 30. Which component speeds brake release by exhausting air near the chambers? A. Quick release valve. B. Steering gearbox. C. Tire valve stem. D. Radiator. Correct answer: A. Quick release valve. Explanation: without a quick-release valve, air would have to travel all the way back to the cabine to exhaust, causing delayed brake release. Question 31. Which part is designed to speed brake release by exhausting air near the chambers? A. Steering gearbox. B. Quick-release valve. C. Tire valve stem. D. Radiator. Correct answer: B. Quick-release valve. Explanation: the quick-release valve allows air to escape directly from the valve body near the wheels rather than traveling back to the cabine, ensuring the brakes release instantly when the driver lets off the pedal. Question 32. If the quick-release valve fails, what problem is most likely? A. Brighter headlights. B. Slow brake release. C. Lower tire wear. D. Better fuel economy. Correct answer: B. Slow brake release. Explanation: a faulty quick-release valve will trap air in the lines or exhaust it too slowly, causing the service brakes to stay applied longer than intended and potentially causing the brakes to drag or overheat. Question 33. Which statement about the quick-release valve is true? A. It adds moisture on purpose. B. It is only cosmetic. C. It controls tire pressure. D. Speeds brake release by exhausting air near the chambers. Correct answer: D. Speeds brake release by exhausting air near the chambers. Explanation: its primary safety function is to minimize the time between the driver releasing the pedal and the physical retraction of the brake shoes from the drum. Question 34. During pre-trip, the quick-release valve should be checked for what first? A. Battery voltage. B. Oil level. C. Secure mounting and air leaks. D. Coolant color. Correct answer: C. Secure mounting and air leaks. Explanation: inspecting the valve requires verifying it is firmly attached to the chassis and that there are no audible air leaks from the housing or line connections. Question 35. A driver complaint linked to the quick-release valve could be: A. Wiper streaks only. B. Radio static only. C. Engine overheating only. D. Slow brake response or weak braking. Correct answer: D. Slow brake response or weak braking. Explanation: if the valve is clogged or leaking, the system pressure may not build or exhaust correctly, leading to sluggish application or a dangerous delay in brake release. Question 36. Which item best describes the quick-release valve? A. Valve that speeds brake release by exhausting air near the chambers. B. Steering part for turning. C. Tire part for traction. D. Engine part for cooling. Correct answer: A. Valve that speeds brake release by exhausting air near the chambers. Explanation: it is a pneumatic control valve designed to vent air locally at the axles to improve brake system timing. Question 37. What happens if the quick-release valve is leaking air? A. Lights get brighter. B. Tires inflate. C. Engine power increases. D. Pressure may drop and braking may be reduced. Correct answer, D. Pressure may drop and braking may be reduced. Explanation: a leak at this valve results in a constant loss of pressurized air, making the compressor work harder and reducing the total force available to stop the vehicle. Question 38. Why is the quick-release valve important for safety? A. It improves music quality. B. It increases tire grip directly. C. It cools the engine only. D. It helps ensure consistent braking and control. Correct answer, D. It helps ensure consistent braking and control. Explanation: rapid application and release are critical for maintaining vehicle stability, especially during frequent stopping or in emergency maneuvers. Question 39. Which check best relates to the quick-release valve? A. Look for leaks and secure mounting. B. Check radio station. C. Check tread depth. D. Check oil color. Correct answer, A. Look for leaks and secure mounting. Explanation: pre-trip inspections focus on identifying physical damage to the valve body and ensuring the system is airtight under pressure. Question 40. Which symptom could indicate a problem with the quick-release valve? A. AC blows cold only. B. Air pressure drops or brake response slows. C. Headlights flicker only. D. Engine misfire only. Correct answer, B. Air pressure drops or brake response slows. Explanation: leaking air or a noticeable delay when releasing the service brakes are the most common signs of a failing quick-release valve. Question 41. What is the main job of the tractor protection valve? A. Protects tractor air if the trailer has a major leak. B. Controls the radio volume. C. Turns on the headlights. D. Is part of the steering system. Correct answer, A. Protects tractor air if the trailer has a major leak. Explanation: this valve acts as an automatic safety guard that closes to keep the tractor's air supply intact if the trailer breaks away or develops a massive air leak. Question 42. Which component protects tractor air if the trailer has a major leak? A. Steering gearbox. B. Tractor protection valve. C. Radiator. D. Tire valve stem. Correct answer, B. Tractor protection valve. Explanation: the tractor protection valve is the primary device responsible for isolating a failed trailer air system from the tractor. Question 43. Which part is designed to protect tractor air if the trailer has a major leak? A. Tractor protection valve. B. Radiator. C. Steering gearbox. D. Tire valve stem. Correct answer, A. Tractor protection valve. Explanation: by closing automatically when trailer pressure drops, this valve ensures the driver still has enough air to operate the tractor's own brakes safely. Question 44. If the tractor protection valve fails, what problem is most likely? A. Tractor air can be lost during a trailer failure. B. Better fuel economy. C. Lower tire wear. D. Brighter headlights. Correct answer, A. Tractor air can be lost during a trailer failure. Explanation: failure of this valve means that if a trailer line snaps, all of the tractor's air will exhaust through the broken line, leaving the driver with no brakes at all. Question 45. Which statement about the tractor protection valve is true? A. It adds moisture on purpose. B. It controls tire pressure. C. It is only cosmetic. D. Protects tractor air if the trailer has a major leak. Correct answer, D. Protects tractor air if the trailer has a major leak. Explanation: this component is essential for combination vehicles to prevent a single trailer fault from disabling the entire vehicle's braking system. Question 46. During pre-trip, the tractor protection valve should be checked for what first? A. Battery voltage. B. Oil level. C. Coolant color. D. Secure mounting and air leaks. Correct answer, D. Secure mounting and air leaks. Explanation: drivers must verify the valve is secure and check for air leaks at the tractor-to-trailer hose connections. Question 47. A driver complaint linked to the tractor protection valve could be: A. Slow brake response or weak braking. B. Wiper streaks only. C. Radio static only. D. Engine overheating only. Correct answer, A. Slow brake response or weak braking. Explanation: sluggish trailer brake activation or difficulty maintaining air pressure when a trailer is attached often point to issues with this valve. Question 48. Which item best describes the tractor protection valve? A. Tire part for traction. B. Valve that protects tractor air if the trailer has a major leak. C. Steering part for turning. D. Engine part for cooling. Correct answer, B. Valve that protects tractor air if the trailer has a major leak. Explanation: it is a safety-critical isolation valve that manages the airflow between the tractor and the trailer. Question 49. What happens if the tractor protection valve is leaking air? A. Lights get brighter. B. Pressure may drop and braking may be reduced. C. Tires inflate. D. Engine power increases. Correct answer, B. Pressure may drop and braking may be reduced. Explanation: air escaping from the protection valve reduces the overall pressure in the tractor's reservoirs, compromising safety for the entire combination. Question 50. Why is the tractor protection valve important for safety? A. It improves music quality. B. It helps ensure consistent braking and control. C. It cools the engine only. D. It increases tire grip directly. Correct answer, B. It helps ensure consistent braking and control. Explanation: it provides a fail-safe that guarantees the tractor will always have emergency air, even if the trailer system is completely destroyed. Question 51. Which check best relates to the tractor protection valve? A. Check tread depth. B. Look for leaks and secure mounting. C. Check oil color. D. Check radio station. Correct answer, B. Look for leaks and secure mounting. Explanation: inspectors must check that the valve body is undamaged and that all air lines are securely fastened without leaks. Question 52. Which symptom could indicate a problem with the tractor protection valve? A. Headlights flicker only. B. AC blows cold only. C. Air pressure drops or brake response slows. D. Engine misfire only. Correct answer, C. Air pressure drops or brake response slows. Explanation: unexplained air loss when coupling a trailer or a slow buildup of trailer pressure are signs the valve is malfunctioning. Question 53. What is the main job of the spring brakes? A. Adds moisture to the air on purpose. B. Provide parking and emergency braking if air is lost. C. Only affects tire pressure. D. Changes engine oil pressure. Correct answer, B. Provide parking and emergency braking if air is lost. Explanation: spring brakes use powerful mechanical springs to apply the brakes. They are held off by air pressure and apply automatically if that pressure is lost. Question 54. Which component provides parking and emergency braking if air is lost? A. Radiator. B. Spring brakes. C. Tire valve stem. D. Steering gearbox. Correct answer, B. Spring brakes. Explanation: the mechanical spring within the brake chamber is the primary fail-safe that stops the vehicle when air pressure fails. Question 55. Which part is designed to provide parking and emergency braking if air is lost? A. Radiator. B. Tire valve stem. C. Steering gearbox. D. Spring brakes. Correct answer, D. Spring brakes. Explanation: spring brakes serve as both the daily parking brake and the emergency stopping mechanism if the service air system fails. Question 56. If the spring brakes fail, what problem is most likely? A. Brighter headlights. B. Better fuel economy. C. Parking and emergency braking may not work correctly. D. Lower tire wear. Correct answer, C. Parking and emergency braking may not work correctly. Explanation: if the internal springs are broken or the mechanical linkage is seized, the vehicle may roll away when parked or fail to stop during an air loss emergency. Question 57. Which statement about the spring brakes is true? A. It adds moisture on purpose. B. Provide parking and emergency braking if air is lost. C. It controls tire pressure. D. It is only cosmetic. Correct answer, B. Provide parking and emergency braking if air is lost. Explanation: these brakes provide a constant mechanical force that only air pressure can release, ensuring the vehicle stays stationary when parked. Question 58. During pre-trip, the spring brakes should be checked for what first? A. Coolant color. B. Oil level. C. Battery voltage. D. Secure mounting and air leaks. Correct answer, D. Secure mounting and air leaks. Explanation: ensuring the chambers are not leaking air is vital, as a leak in the spring side will cause the brakes to drag or apply unexpectedly while driving. Question 59. A driver complaint linked to the spring brakes could be: A. Wiper streaks only. B. Slow brake response or weak braking. C. Radio static only. D. Engine overheating only. Correct answer, B. Slow brake response or weak braking. Explanation: leaking spring chambers cause a constant drain on the system, leading to slow air recovery and dragging brakes that can smoke or catch fire. Question 60. Which item best describes the spring brakes? A. Brakes that provide parking and emergency braking if air is lost. B. Engine part for cooling. C. Steering part for turning. D. Tire part for traction. Correct answer, A. Brakes that provide parking and emergency braking if air is lost. Explanation: they are mechanical force actuators that provide a secondary method of stopping and securing the vehicle.